Rob with Service Ninja here. Uh, Today I figured I would log on and sorry I haven't been around for about a week and a half. I have actually been super busy. I went to some meetings with the BBB. I hosted a leadership roundtable, a couple little things here and there. But either way, today I want to talk about an interesting topic because I was talking to somebody about this today. So the thing is, and this is a fact, in the very near future, we will see less and less salesmen. Right, business to business salesmen, you'll have them. They'll be around for a long time, but they're going to turn into more of a business counselor to try to help the business owner get to the next level. Whereas the B2C, which is business to consumer, those guys are slowly but surely going away. Just one humble guy's opinion, but I've seen it dwindle more and more since I've gotten to the business many, many years ago. Um, Now I see companies like Carvana. Carvana says get the car without the salesman, right? I've seen people avoid salesmen like the plague, walk around them. They see them in a supermarket, like set up out front. They'll walk all the way down to the other entrance just to avoid them. So salesmen are disliked pretty universally, even though there's no reason to dislike them, and they are avoided by the populace in general. Now, what I wanted to actually talk about was the three types of sales there are. There are three types of salesmen in the world, right? They use one of three different tactics. We're going to call the first one, we're going to call it power selling. We're going to call the second one is going to be low pressure or no pressure sales. And we're going to call the third one lowering customer resistance. Now, the first one is called a power seller. Now, the first thing a customer does when they feel that you are a salesman is they put up a wall around themselves. No, protect me from the salesman. They instantly put their guards up, and you can see this every day. If you are maybe when you were loading this video, a commercial came on, and you got up and walked in the other room, or you turned the sound down on it, or you found some way to not actually have to listen to the commercial. People do it all the time. It's kind of a trip. It's almost like you are fighting to not be shown that commercial. You will not be sold to. This happens with salesmen all the time. So you have to get around it one of a few ways. So the first one is called power selling. This is, I'm a salesman, I'm going to own it, and I'm going to come right at you, right? And you say, well, let me think about this. And they say, well, if you act now, while I'm still here, I will go ahead and knock $500 more off. But once I walk out that door, that $500 goes away. Well, I talked to my husband before well, ma'am, um, as another added benefit, if you sign now and your husband says he doesn't want to do it later, then we'll just tear the contract up. Anything to get your signature on there. So when the customer put the walls up, a power seller's job is to beat those walls down and just keep coming at you until the walls are gone. They destroy the walls. Now, low pressure or no pressure salesmen, they sit there and they say, when you put up your walls, they say, come on, let me in. Talk to me. I mean, you need a new furnace. It's cold in here. Let me in so I could talk to you, so I could show you furnaces, so I could tell you what it would cost you to buy a furnace. That's a low pressure salesman. So low pressure sales generally says, take the walls down and let me in. Let me past your walls, right? And then the third type of salesman, he uses lowering customer resistance. Now, this is my favorite because lowering customer resistance, the way it works is by telling them, hey, don't build a wall in the first place. I'm not here to sell you nothing. If you want to buy something, I have stuff. But I'm here to do a job that you called me here for. This is why it works so well with service techs. Like if if you have like a heating and air conditioning business or like a plumbing business or something like that, and you send out a service tech, and the customer calls because their heat doesn't work, and a service tech comes out and they say, "Come on in, come on in." Well, they've already let down. They got the walls down right now. You're not trying to sell them anything. You come back and you say, hey, Mr. Customer, this is what's wrong. What should we do? And they say, well, I don't know, that's a lot of money. I think maybe you should start looking at replacing it. Now, the walls aren't up. The walls aren't up. And the reason the walls aren't up is because we use lowering customer resistant tactics, which is we went there with the intent and purpose of doing a job, of helping the customer, not with the intent and purpose of having them purchase something expensive. There's a big difference in the two. So salesmen generally had to do the low pressure, the no pressure sales, or the high pressure sales, whereas a service tech could walk in with a very simplistic, simple system and offer these prices and have people buy high-end items from them with just going in to check out their system. I personally did testing on it, and what I found was that my tickets were almost $1,500 higher on average using lowering customer resistance tactics rather than using power selling or no pressure, low pressure sales. I actually have tried to talk to people about it before, but a lot of older people, they hold on to those sales tactics really tight, and they don't even want to listen to you tell them, hey, look, there are all kinds of ways to sell. Your system is going out. The times are changing. Customers don't want it anymore. They don't want to sit at the kitchen table and go through a 2-hour sales spiel. They want 5 minutes in and out the door. Oh, okay. This is the price? All right, give me that one. Boom, 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 boom. Guys are putting it in. Very, very little disruption to their life. One of the funniest times I've ever used this and showed this to another salesman, I went in as a service tech and I said, okay, he's got a cracked heat exchanger. Now, on a furnace, that is the part of the furnace that if it goes up, it's almost always assuredly you're going to be replacing it because people typically don't change heat exchangers. And I went up there and I used my my options and I said, what should we do? And the customer said, whew, that's a lot to pay for a 20-year-old furnace. How much does it cost to replace it? Oh, well, here you go. He's like, does that include the AC? No, sir. Would you like me to include the AC? Yes. Here you go. I think I'll go with that top option. I said, that's a great option. What do you like about that? He's like, I like that it has a 10-year warranty, and I like that it has a 10-year in-home warranty. Sure, let's do that. When can we do that? I said, we could do it tomorrow morning. Great. Let's go ahead and book it. Now, keep in mind, I had been in this guy's house for now going on 25 minutes. He then handed me a check for $17,000. $17,000. Right? 25 minutes. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't have to sit him down and beat down his walls. I didn't have to make him feel like he was being pressured. I didn't have to make him feel that he had to make a decision, like I was like harassing him. And that's how a lot of customers feel, like they're being harassed when they're dealing with salesmen. So they don't like it, and it's going away. And the sooner you identify it, the better off you're going to be. Service Ninja out.